just to touch on that a bit about the spraying things like that's where I think using a treated seed, kale seed, is key. There's a lot of talk about the issues with treated seed and insects and that sort of thing, but as Paul's saying, I think it's better to spray and actually get a crop at the end of the day. And the issue that often happens is it better to use a treated seed that may mean you only have to spray once, twice, or not use a treated seed and actually have to spray 5, 6, 7 times, because that can often be the difference between untreated and treated seed as well. And most definitely a standing crop like this is worth being sprayed. What we've got in here though is actually a kale mix, and the reason this mix has been chosen is simply it is a pure brassica mix, so it can be sprayed. And I don't know if what exactly it was sprayed with. I'll have to ask the agronomist what they used on this plot. But basically what we've got in here is we've got the fodder radish, that's the podded seed here. Now, as Elizabeth touched on, it's the hungry grap is the important part within the scheme of things for feeding small birds. It's not just that winter period of, most people would think it would be December sort of time. It's actually the January, February, it's the bigger issue. And that's where the fodder radish comes in, because it's a hardy pod, it holds the seed well, and that complements the kale very well as well, because obviously the kale, as touched on, in its second year holds its seed well, but obviously in that first year you want something to hold the seed well, and that's where your fodder radish comes in there. Then you have ordinary mustard, as it were. It's this here starting to pod now. It pods quite early. There's that variety. Those are the white mustard, ordinary mustard, and then the taller one you can see it noticeably taller, is this one here. That's a Vitasso. It's a brown mustard. It's a very good mustard to use within a mix. A, it holds its seed well, but B, the biggest thing about it is it gets quite tall as well, and this will actually die and go very rigid and actually be hard within the actual the mix, and it actually offers a bit of aerial protection as well. And you'll see a lot of small birds use that as feeding posts as well, because it does grow noticeably taller than everything else. Then you have a kale rape, which is this one. Now this is kale rape. It's the frillier leafed mix you can see within there. Now that is only a annual. It'll look very good next year when it bolts to seed, but then it will go flat. But the beauty of that is it gets away that little bit quicker than what the kale does. So it acts as a bit of a nurse crop to the kale. It sits above the kale, offers a nurse crop, and actually gives fantastic cover in the bottom.